Hello, welcome to your weekly Pick Your Crystal reading here at Soulprint. Thank you so very much for being here. So, this is for the week of September 28th through October 4th. All right. As you see, I picked some kind of large, pretty looking crystal today. So, I'm pretty sure this is citrine. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous crystal. Lovely point. Amethyst. Lovely. It feels like more raw than tumbled. And I'm pretty darn sure that this is fluoride. All right, now, so gold, purple, orange, right? As simple as it gets. So take a moment, see which crystal or crystals are resonating with you, and we'll get started. Don't forget, if you want a private reading, the information for that is in the description box below. All righty, let's get started. The gold. Two of Pentacles, death. Do not freak out. 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups. All right. Okay. Two of Pentacles, about balancing resources, right? Whether it's balancing money, your time, your energy, your assets. Death. Death comes to let you know that there is a change afoot. You have been walking, 10 of Wands, a really hard path. It's been really, really difficult. And the 10 of Wands is sitting here saying, you know what, you're almost at the light, okay? You've almost got this, just hang in there. We know that you are exhausted. We know that you are tired and weary, but hold on, because your determination is going to allow you to move this situation forward. The death card here really is talking to me about a change that I almost want to say that you knew needed to be made or you knew was coming. And that created this energy where either you felt that there was a lack of resources or the recognition that you needed to manage what you have better. But all is not lost. Why? Well, because along comes the Nine of Cups. What is the Nine of Cups? For me, it is a manifestation card. And again, for those of you who may not have heard me say this, manifestation really boils down to confident expectation. It is not about anxiety or worry or fear. It is about simply being confident that you're going to receive what you need and what you have asked for. You think of it this way, sort of going through a drive-through, right? And you place your order into this little box, and then you take a little journey, and then you get to this window, and they hand you what you wanted. Between talking into that little box and getting to that window, that little journey you take, that is the journey of confident expectation. You place your order and you're sure by the time you get to that little window, it's going to be there waiting on you. That kind of thought process is what creates manifestation. It is not triggered by fear, anxiety, worry. You have to find a way to sort of rise above that. And sometimes something as simple as all of my needs are easily met is a really, really powerful manifestation statement and tool. Okay. So this is letting you know that, yep, this has been a really, really hard or bumpy journey, but it's going to be better. It's going to get better because you're going to create the energy that allows it to become better. It's been difficult. You've been juggling. But this change is absolutely necessary. And even though it has been a bit of a long drawn out process, you're going to end up in the right place with the right energy at the right time. Okay. And purple, Six of Wands, Fool, Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay. So you've got a lot of wands here. So let's just take a quick second and think about what wands are. Well, they're fire energy, they're consciousness, they're your actions, your words, your communications. Very often they can be an indicator of business or business-like dealings. So these cards are really interesting because you've got the six. You're starting off with the Six of Wands, which is about recognition, achievement, success. Sometimes it's about a promotion. It's about being recognized. The Fool. This is about, you know what, like new beginnings, starting fresh, a leap of faith, right? This is about, plugging your nose and jumping off the diving board into the water. You're smart enough to have made sure there's water in the pool. Okay. But you need to sometimes just take that deep breath and make that leap of faith. And, sometimes leap of faiths are mental. Sometimes they're just, nope, you know what? I'm going to shift and change my own communication with myself or my communication with others or my conscious thoughts, my behavior, my actions. The Seven of Wands, it sort of talks about defending a position, but it also talks about overcoming obstacles, things that are in your way that are not allowing for an easy movement forward. And the Ace of Wands is about a new way of life, a new venture. Wands, action, initiative, inspiration, communication. I really like these cards because what it's talking about is achieving that success and that recognition perhaps you have. And that is inspiring you to take a leap forward to another level or a new level or add something new in. That being the case, you may have to defend yourself. You may have to explain it to people who are going, why are you doing this? Why, what you're doing is successful. Why are you trying to, do something else? That's okay. And the Ace of Wands brings you to that new venture, that new beginning, that new start. And it creates the environment for your actions and your consciousness and your words and your actions to all sort of get in sync with each other and create this powerful energy that's allowing you to sort of move forward. I really like this. It just feels like sort of a success has created a new beginning for you. And orange. Six of Cups, the Star, Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Six of Cups. This is that energy of from the past, a time before now. It can indicate sort of reunions, right? Seeing people that you haven't seen in a while. Um, it can be about, spending sort of time mentally thinking back to another time. It could be looking through, photo albums. It could be hearing from somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time. But the energy around the Six of Cups is a nice energy. It's a good energy. It is an energy that sort of thinks about happier times. The Star. The star, of course, is your wish card. It is the potential to make a wish or a dream come true. In order to do that, you need to be prepared to move away from a rocky shoreline and move yourself into a calmer space and place, a place where things have settled and are calm. The Four of Pentacles, it, this is about sometimes being, cautious, overly cautious, afraid, um, holding on too tightly. So let's take a look at this. Is it possible that you are hanging on to happy memories of the past and wishing you could go back there or wishing things were different? You're being asked to let go and allow yourself to move forward into a place that is calmer, that is not so turbulent. They're asking you to let go of the fear that is holding you trapped in this past, in these, thoughts, these memories of happier times. All right. Another interpretation. You may be invited or creating a situation where you're dealing with, again, people from the past. Maybe you're doing a reunion. Maybe for some reason you're needing to put together sort of like a collage, if you will, of pictures, something like that. This is for something that you have wanted to do, that you've dreamed of, something that you are creating and making, manifest, right? Particularly if you're thinking along the lines of sort of a reunion or something like that, that energy is really prevalent here. You're going to go through some rocky, bumpy times trying to get from point A to point B, but you will get there. You don't need to be quite so careful and quite so cautious because you're going to have what you need to get through. You have the resources you need. So take a deep breath and trust that, it's all moving forward basically according to plan, even if sometimes you can't see the plan clearly. There you go. All right. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a really, really good and pleasant week. I will see you hopefully next week. Same place, same time. Bye for now.